what all living things are made of? We're all made of cells. Cells are the building blocks of life. Cells are tiny structures that are present all around our body. Like us living beings, these cells need energy too. They produce energy and they use that energy to do certain work. Every day, as an energy source, we eat food. After we ingest that food, we digest it and convert it into energy. Then we use that energy for our daily work. Cells do the same. Cells, cells need food. With that food, they produce energy. Cells use that energy to do their daily routine. This is a diagrammatic representation of an animal cell. What is an animal cell? Animal cells are the cells present in us and other animals like lion, cheetah. But there are two types of cells, animal cells and plant cells. Plant cells are cells, obviously they are present in plants. Animal cells are cells that are present in all other living creatures. Now, let's go through each and every part of the animal cell, or most of them. Let's start with the brain of the cell. The huge circular structure in this diagram is a nucleus. Now, I call the nucleus the brain of the cell for a reason. The nucleus instructs all the various parts of the cell on what to do and it manages all cell activities. Let's not look at the nucleolus right now, but let's find what this nuclear membrane is. First of all, what is a membrane? A membrane is a selective barrier. It is permeable, selectively permeable. Selectively permeable means that it allows some things to come inside and some things it doesn't allow them to come in. This is to protect the nucleus. Since the nucleus is the brain of the cell, it needs a membrane to protect it. The membrane is there to prevent things like viruses and bacteria from entering in. Similarly, you also see another membrane, the cell membrane, that covers the entire cell. That is also present to protect the cell from foreign invaders. Now, let's take a look at the cytoplasm. A cytoplasm is a jelly-like fluid which is all around the cell and it helps to hold the structures in the cell. It is not a rigid structure. It allows the different parts of the cell to move around. It is a fluid. Let's go back to the nucleus. As seen in the diagram, the nucleus contains a nucleolus. The function of a nucleolus is to produce something called ribosomes. These are ribosomes. Ribosomes are tiny structures that help in the construction of proteins in the cell using amino acids. Amino acids are small structures that make up a protein, like just like how we are made of cells. These tiny structures make us. Just like that, amino acids make up proteins. Proteins are very important for the cell. They help in carry out a lot of cellular functions and repair any damaged parts of the cell. These ribosomes, which are made in the nucleus, leave the nucleus to do their job of synthesizing proteins, otherwise known as making proteins. Once the ribosomes are out of the nucleus, they are free to wander around the cell. Some of them stick to an organelle known as the endoplasmic reticulum. You might notice that there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum, which is right here, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum is what we are going to be looking at now. It is worthwhile noticing that ribosomes only attach to the rough endoplasmic reticulum. That's why you see these one structures over here. These are the ribosomes that are attached to the rough endoplasmic reticulum. The ribosomes that attach to the rough endoplasmic reticulum use the help of the organelle to transport the synthesized proteins. Proteins and other materials come out of the endoplasmic reticulum in small vesicles. Vesicles are small fluid sacs that store material and help in the transportation. And these materials in the vesicles travel through the cytoplasm to reach an organelle known as a Golgi apparatus or known as Golgi body. These vesicles with proteins enter the Golgi apparatus. Inside the Golgi apparatus, the proteins are shaped into shapes that can be used by the cells. The Golgi apparatus can also attach more particles to these proteins, like carbohydrates or lipids. Once this process is over, the Golgi apparatus transports these proteins in vesicles to wherever they are required in the cell to conduct different activities. The next organelle we are going to look at is mitochondria. There are many mitochondria present around the cell. In this diagram we see three, but many cells have many more. Mitochondria is a membrane-bound organelle that generates most of the energy that is required in a cell. The mitochondria is the main site of a process known as cellular respiration. Cellular respiration is the process through which a cell creates its energy. Just like us, we eat food, right? But then we digest them and then our body processes it and then breaks it into smaller parts, which we use in our body. Just like that, those smaller parts they reach the cell, and then these cells, through cellular respiration, convert them into energy which they can use. And these structures are known as ATP. These are the products of cellular respiration. The full form of ATP is adenosine triphosphate. ATP are the small particles that store the energy produced. Next up, there are vacuoles. Vacuoles have various functions in animal cells. Some of the main functions are they store substances that are typically waste or harmful, and they help in maintaining cell acidity levels. Next, there are lysosomes. Lysosomes are these structures. Lysosomes act as the garbage collectors of a cell. They take damaged cell parts and digest them using the enzymes that are present in them. Let's get back to the endoplasmic reticulum. We found out the function of one of them. Let's take a look at the other one. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum is where the synthesis of important lipids occur. And they also produce and secrete a hormone known as steroid. We don't have to worry about what a hormone or a lipid is. For now, it is only important to know its function. Now that we have discussed most of the parts of the organelles in the animal cells, let's put them all in a table. I have created a table here which includes all the organelles we discussed and their functions. You can take a screenshot of this to make use of it later. That is all for this video. In this video, we looked at various organelles in an animal cell and explored their functions. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, like the video, and comment down your thoughts about the video.